The LC and Daisy Bates Foundation's annual fundraising breakfast brought the community together to honor their legacy and support a cause that inspires change. Stay tuned for highlights from this impactful event. With corporations scaling back diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, Black communities are taking matters into their own hands. From economic self-sufficiency to independent media, find out how these efforts are shaping a future beyond corporate DEI. A proposed slaughterhouse in North Little Rock's predominantly Black neighborhood is raising concerns about pollution and community impact. A historic event unfolded Saturday as the Dunbar Horace Mann Alumni Association Little Rock chapter kicked off its annual membership drive. What made this event stand out? Well, chapters across the country came together, marking the first ever nationwide membership drive. Stay with us as we take you inside this momentous occasion. Coming to you from the Arkansas News Network, this is Black Community News with Scott Green. On the 25th of this month, the LC and Daisy Bates Foundation held its annual fundraising breakfast, attracting hundreds of supporters to the Embassy Suites by Hilton on Financial Parkway. Attendees, each making a $60 donation, gathered to celebrate and sustain the enduring legacy of civil rights icons LC and Daisy Bates. The event, a staple in the community, serves as a vital fundraiser to support the foundation's mission of education, advocacy, and social justice. Guests enjoyed a morning of reflection, inspiration, and fellowship, with speakers highlighting the ongoing impact of the Bates work. Black Community News caught up with organizers and guests to hear their thoughts on this meaningful event and the importance of preserving this legacy for future generations.
Each year, the Daisy Bates House Museum Foundation puts on a public program where we recognize and honor the life and legacy of LC and Daisy Bates.
Today is not only a celebration, but a commemoration of two beautiful people who were able to move the needle forward in this community and the world.
I am here to celebrate the accomplishments of LC and Daisy Bates and support the foundation. Something that I didn't realize until this morning. I was talking to my grandsons on a ride over here, and they had never heard of Daisy Bates. And so I'm hoping that they will get an educational lesson to know who she is, what she did, along with her husband.
Well, the occasion is an annual one in which we are trying to continue to introduce Mrs. Daisy Bates and the work she did during the early 1950s in her efforts to desegregate public schools, specifically Central High School here in Little Rock.
Learn about the movement that she started and learn about what's going on. Education is very important, so do your research and learn. Next thing, go and volunteer and invest. Come visit the museum, go give a tour of the museum so you can learn what she had to go through and stuff like that.
Visitors can expect to see a transformation immediately back to 1957. We maintain the home just as it was in 1957. Along with that, they will see images throughout the home of individual things that happened, such as one of the 3 cross burnings that happened on her front yard, pictures of one of the 4 window breaks that they did at her home, along with some images of her with other noted leaders such as Martin Luther King Jr., Thurgood Marshall, Andrew Young, and others.
As the breakfast came to a close, the energy in the room remained high, with attendees reaffirming their commitment to supporting the LC and Daisy Bates Foundation's mission. The outpouring of generosity and community spirit is a reminder of the continued relevance of the Bates legacy in shaping the future. With a shared dedication to education and justice, this annual event ensures that their remarkable contributions to civil rights will never be forgotten. Amid a corporate pullback on diversity, equity, and inclusion policies, Black communities must take steps toward self-sufficiency and empowerment. Today, we'll explore key strategies aimed at reducing reliance on corporate DEI initiatives and fostering economic independence, educational growth, and cultural resilience. Economic self-sufficiency is at the forefront of efforts to empower the Black community. By supporting Black-owned businesses and building investment networks, communities will create pathways to independence. Experts encourage cooperative business models and community-owned ventures, such as real estate projects and tech startups, to replace reliance on external corporate policies. Investing in education is vital. Programs that emphasize STEM, trade education, and partnerships with historically black colleges and universities can sufficiently prepare the next generation for the future. Independent black media outlets like Black Community News are essential for amplifying black voices and promoting cultural achievements outside of white corporate narratives. Grassroots movements and alliances with faith-based and labor organizations must drive efforts to address economic justices and social equity. By fostering mentorship programs, skill-building workshops, and cultural resilience, the black community can create networks of trust and self-reliance. From supporting black-owned businesses to strengthening educational and cultural foundations, this strategy showcases how black communities can chart its own path to empowerment. For more stories on resilience and progress, stay tuned to none other than Black Community News. Ain't Too Proud is the electrifying new musical that follows the Temptations' extraordinary journey from the streets of Detroit to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. With their signature dance moves and unmistakable harmonies, they rose to the top of the charts, creating an amazing 42 top 10 hits, with 14 reaching #1. The rest is history. How they met, the groundbreaking heights they hit, and how personal and political conflicts threatened to tear the group apart as the United States fell into civil unrest. This thrilling story of brotherhood, family, loyalty, and betrayal is set to the beat of the group's treasured hits, including My Girl, Just My Imagination, Get Ready, Papa Was a Rolling Stone, and so many more. The Ivy Foundation of Little Rock, in partnership with Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated Beta Pi Omega Chapter, invites you to experience a night in Paris. This elegant evening will take place in the Rock Island Ballroom at the Embassy Suites Hotel, located at 11301 Financial Center Parkway in Little Rock. Doors open at 6:30, with dinner served promptly from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Guests will enjoy a live performance by the Rodney Block Collective, blending semi-formal or formal attire with the unique option of wearing stylish sneakers. Tickets are $75 and sales close on February 1st. Don't wait. Secure your spot today by visiting the link in the description below. A night of soulful jazz and R&B hit the right notes at the venue at West Wind this past Saturday. The legendary sounds of Earth, Wind, and Fire were brought to life in a tribute performance that captivated the crowd. But this night wasn't just about the music. It also supported a great cause, benefiting local students. Let's take a look at how the event unfolded and why it was a night to remember.
Tonight is Jazz Night with an R&B flavor, with an Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute. It's an annual event that we put on for a group called Next Generation Mentoring Group. It's out of J. Fair School in Little Rock. They go on an annual trip out of state on a college tour, and we raise funds for them to do that.
Throughout the year, Sharon and the girls do different things to raise funds, but this actual Jazz Night with an R&B flavor is where majority of the funds come from. So through people purchasing tickets, donating things to our silent auction, giving door prizes, things like that, that's where majority of the money comes from.
Well, it's an honor. I come from a music background, so being able to use my gift and talents in such a way that it'll help to contribute back to the community. It's kind of one of the standards that I was taught coming up by one of my music mentors. So it's an honor to be able to come in and be a part of the Drummer Boy Infinity production, Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute band. Today we're a production company, and predominantly we cover tribute shows. That's our niche. We do cover tributes for popular R&B, rock, and pop bands and artists. Music is a universal language, and it's a language that we can all speak. It's a language that can be spoken beyond barriers, beyond lines. So our intent and our purpose is, when we come together, that we speak the language of music and we convey love and unity. So when we're all at one place, we're here for one purpose and one mind, and the strength in that comes the fact that we can all just be here as one, as one, as one.
The event, presented in partnership with Drummer Boy Infinity Productions, was a lively celebration of one of the most iconic bands in music history. The night kicked off at 4 p.m. with a silent auction, offering attendees the chance to bid on a variety of items. By 5 p.m., the show was in full swing, with live performances that had the crowd dancing in their seats and singing along with hits like September and Let's Groove. In addition to the incredible music, the event featured a social hour with food and drinks, ensuring everyone could enjoy fun and a festive atmosphere. Vendors filled the venue, adding to the vibrant energy of the evening. Proceeds from the event went to support next generation students, further enhancing the sense of community and purpose behind the celebration. On Saturday, the Dunbar Horace Mann Alumni Association Little Rock chapter hosted its annual membership drive at the historic Horace Mann Middle Magnet. This year, for the first time, chapters from across the nation joined forces for a nationwide campaign to grow the association's reach and impact. The event brought together alumni from all walks of life, reconnecting them with their roots and the legacy of Horace Mann.
Today we are gathered here because of the Little Rock chapter of the National Dunbar Horace Mann Alumni Association. This is our annual roundup, and what we're trying to do is make sure we get all of our members re-registered for the year of 2025, and in addition, we're trying to get new members. It started with people who graduated from Dunbar, who graduated from Horace Mann. And if you know the history of the schools, you know they haven't been a high school in a long time. That's our hope today, to recruit new members to the organization.
Currently, we have about 189 members in Little Rock chapter, but the whole group, which is nationwide, has over 200.
People that are eligible to become members are former students of Dunbar or Horace Mann at any level. If you did not go to the school but your parents did, you're considered a legacy. Legacies can be members. If you're married to a former student, you can be a member. If you just have a love for the organization, we have a level of membership called Friends of.
Contact me as the president. We have the membership chair that you can contact. If you want to keep abreast of what's going on, check on Facebook. My phone number is 501-681-9664, and I would gladly talk with you about becoming a...
Are you ready to step boldly into your God-given purpose? Join us at Mariposa's Place of Wellness for a transformative experience on intimacy, meaning, and purpose. Discover your unique gifts, deepen your faith, and create a vision for your future. Start the new year living boldly in your purpose. Join facilitators Alice Rogers and Dr. Kylie Holmes for an interactive workshop where you'll learn practical strategies to work confidently in your calling. Birthing the Gifts, Saturday, February 15th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Mariposa's Place of Wellness in Lonsdale, Arkansas. Register today for just $20 at the link listed in the description below. Your purpose is waiting. Step boldly into it. The Black Enlightenment Tours Food Truck Festival will be in Little Rock on March 22nd, bringing you some of the best food trucks around the city. And they will make sure to have the options that will satisfy your taste buds. Food so good that you will be smiling all day. This will be an event that you definitely should mark on your calendar. Download the Black Enlightenment app to receive discounts on your food orders. Chairs and tables will be available, and yes, there will be a DJ playing good music during the entire event. Purchase your tickets now and get ready for an amazing time. The warehouse at 1600 Gregory Street, tucked between train tracks and other industrial buildings in North Little Rock, has long been an unremarkable part of the area. But new plans for this site have sparked alarm in the predominantly black and working class neighborhood nearby. Davis Burgers, through its subsidiary Anchor Realty Investments, has proposed adding a slaughterhouse and processing facility to the warehouse's uses. While the site already stores paper and food products, the company's plan to slaughter 50 head of cattle weekly would mark a dramatic and potentially harmful shift. Under its current I-2 zoning, a slaughterhouse is permitted but requires a special use permit. According to documents filed with the city, cattle would arrive by train and be held in outdoor pens before being slaughtered. The company claims the operation would have minimal effect on the surrounding properties. For residents and business owners in the area, these assurances ring hollow. The neighborhood, home to many low-income black families, has raised serious concerns about the environmental impact of such an operation. They fear the smell, potential pollution from animal waste, and the negative effect on property values. Studies from organizations like the Environmental Integrity Project highlight the troubling patterns behind such proposals. In 2018, federal data showed that nearly half of all slaughterhouses are located in areas over 30% of the residents live below the poverty line. In the census tract containing 1600 Gregory Street, better known as Dark Hollow, an estimated 61% of residents live in poverty, according to the U.S. Census Bureau data. The proposed slaughterhouse is just 1,300 feet away from the nearby homes, placing residents at risk of enduring foul odors and environmental hazards. While the company has stated that all state and federal environmental laws will be followed, the community remains skeptical. The fear is not just about pollution, but also about a broader disregard for the dignity and well-being of black neighborhoods. These concerns underscore a larger struggle for environmental justice, one where communities like this must fight to protect their health, homes, and future from industrial projects that disproportionately affect the most vulnerable. That's it for this edition of Black Community News, your source for stories that uplift, inform, and empower our community. Stay connected with us online for updates and conversations that matter. Until next time, take care and stay inspired.